Barry Hankerson. What's really going on?
If it wasn't for oh.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming back with a really deep topic. And at this point, when y'all see me with this shirt, y'all should already know the discussion is going to get deep. The topic is going to get deep. And this topic, this discussion-based video is going to be about Aaliyah's uncle. Yes, Aaliyah's uncle, Barry Hankerson. You know, he has caused so much chaos. We really need a resolution to all the chaos Barry Hankerson has caused. And you know, I really want to dig deep into this topic. So if y'all can, watch the whole video, please, because I really want to dig deep into this. And before I begin, I want to say that I know a lot of people, especially with the Survivor and R. Kelly documentary, a lot of people like to blame Aaliyah's parents. And I did tell you I was going to make a video about her parents, but that's a different type of sensitivity. I have to approach that in a different way, a different manner. And we all know Aaliyah's father passed away like 8 years ago. And there's been rumors about Aaliyah's mother being sick, but we really don't know for sure. That video is coming, but for right now, we're going to focus on Barry Hankerson because there's a lot we need to dissect. But before I begin, y'all know a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about what if Aaliyah never signed to Black Iron Records, which was her uncle's label, right? And somebody left a comment and I replied to it, and it's the perfect segue to get started in this video. So basically, the comment said, look, that was her uncle record label. He did her a favor. Ain't no other record labels was looking at Aaliyah. I'm tired of folks putting her uncle down. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't know who Aaliyah is. And I said, this is what I said back. I said, her uncle basically saw her to R. Kelly at 12 years old, still worked with him after the controversy, and he's the main reason why Aaliyah's music and legacy is in shambles now. He deserves no sympathy. He living nice off money Aaliyah made him while Aaliyah is gone now. Nah. And I put the emojis of the boy going like this. So basically, let's get the facts straight, right? Let's get the facts right from the beginning, right? We can say this and that. Barry Hankerson was the one shopping Aaliyah around since she was 12 years old, trying to get her to different labels, and it was a whole thing of, okay, she's not ready yet, she's not ready yet. He introduced her to R. Kelly, he signed with Jive Records. We all know. He's a major reason why Aaliyah got into the business, got into the industry, got her first album off the ground, and she was able to continue her career. But let's get into what's happening now. 2021, allegedly, Barry Hankerson is still alive. He's living nice. He's living comfortable off the money Aaliyah made him and the other people that was on his label made him that he ended up scoring over. And where's Aaliyah now? She's upstate New York in Ferncliff Cemetery. You can say this, you can say that, but look where things are now. Look at what's happening now. It started off a certain way. Look at what's happening now. Look at the situation it is now. You know, this is me being blunt. This is me being bold. This is what it is. And it's not to say that, you know, he didn't have no sympathy but it's like, Barry Hankerson, you remember those times when little 12-year-old Aaliyah, you know, she had did Star Search 2 years before that. You was trying to shop her around to all these different labels and we like her voice, but she's not ready yet. Oh, we like her voice, but she needs more development. And you and Aaliyah going around to all these different labels, you know, she's singing her audition tapes, singing Whitney Houston, and she's not ready yet. She's not ready yet. You finally got the deal with Jive Records. You introduce her to R. Kelly. Y'all make this whole big spectacle. Y'all make the whole album. It becomes a success. Her songs are playing all over the radio. You know, essentially, she had made it. You know, her career blew up in a sense where, you know, Aaliyah was a star now. She was a big star now. And all these years later, look how you do her. Look how you did her. The only album that's on streaming services is the AJ Nothing But a Number album, which has so much controversy that in a way you did co-sign. And it makes me question, do you even care about your niece's legacy? Like, this is your niece. This was your niece. Here's the thing, right? I feel like in a way, Diane and Michael, Aaliyah's parents, they trusted him. This is her uncle. This is not just no big shot. You know how you see in the movies where it's like that big shot agent or manager that's like, oh, I got your daughter. Oh, I got him. And they end up scoring them over in the end. No, this was Aaliyah's uncle, Diane's brother. So in a way, it's like, all right, this is my brother. That's her uncle. He got it. Supposedly, you're supposed to have her best interest, but did you really have Aaliyah's best interest? I want to know, did you really have Aaliyah's best interest? Or did you just see her as dollar signs, as a paycheck, as a meal ticket? Because Aaliyah was the meal ticket. She was the breadwinner for that label for all the years she was alive, and even then after, when she did when y'all released the posthumous album, she was the breadwinner for that label. Did you really care about Aaliyah, or was she just a meal ticket? Because you think about it, you did introduce her to R. Kelly when she was 12 years old. Now, did the public know everything we know about R. Kelly now? No. But did you know that? Did you pick up on some predatory ways, but you didn't care? R. Kelly is talented. The songs on that album were good. The production was good. Aaliyah's vocals were good. But you really look at it in retrospect, did you really care about Aaliyah in that sense? Or did you just care about making sure her career got off the ground? It's the difference between caring about your niece personally and caring about her career. Did you care about Aaliyah, or did you care about her career more? These are questions that need answers. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know what I mean, right? Because like I'm saying, you did introduce her to R. Kelly when she was 12 years old. He even made a song about it, right? You did co-sign the age ain't nothing but a number. You did co-sign that whole marketing strategy about Aaliyah's age and keep it in the secret. And this had to go through you. Before the album went out, before it went to mastering, before y'all did the album cover, before y'all released it in America and internationally, before she went on tour, you had to co-sign the whole age ain't nothing but a number thing. You had to pick up some predatory ways R. Kelly had. You had to look at that relationship and be like, Or you didn't care because Back and Forth was playing on the radio. You didn't care because her album went gold. You just didn't care. Like, all right, you probably noticed some stuff. You probably saw this. You probably saw little red flags here and there. But, the records were spinning. Radio was playing it. You just didn't care, did you? Right. And I know people say about Aaliyah's parents, but look, Barry Hankerson, her uncle, was in charge of Black on Records. He was the head of that label. He created that label with his son Jomo. And Jomo is another one. It's like, Aaliyah was your cousin. Like, did y'all really care about that? Or y'all just cared about making sure Age Ain't Nothing But a Number went gold and platinum and all the singles got radio play? Is that all y'all cared about? And with the whole R. Kelly controversy, the marriage certificate, the marriage controversy, after all of that situation happened, Aaliyah, her parents, she distanced herself from R. Kelly. All of that happened, right? And years later, Barry Hankerson, you still worked with R. Kelly. So basically, that goes to show you really didn't care, right? You really didn't care, did you? You was just more worried about making sure them records sold, they got radio play, Aaliyah did her tour, she got her performances, and you got your cut. Being on the label, you just make sure you got your cut from the money. That's all you really cared about, did you? What do y'all think about this? Because it makes you question things. You go back and forth, you look at the history, you look at articles, you really dig deep into something, and you want to analyze something, you want to have a discussion about it. It makes you wonder, how much did you really care about Aaliyah versus how much did you really care about her career and how much money she made you so you could get your cut? Because look, you're living comfortable now, and Aaliyah's legacy is in shambles. It's not in the best place. Like, does the memory of Aaliyah ever haunt you? Do you ever think about your niece? Do you care? Do you still care about Aaliyah? Do you care? Because there's no way. And here's another thing, right? All the years, and I've made so many videos about how Barry Hankerson and the label, they made Back on Records, they made so many decisions that costed Aaliyah more success that she could have had, more number ones, Grammys nominations, big award show performances that Aaliyah could have did. Aaliyah could have participated in to give herself a bigger name. All the years, all the mistakes you could have looked back on to improve upon. And after Aaliyah's death, you still put yourself in a predicament to make such a bad business deal that you don't even, like, apparently you sold the rights to her music for money. You don't even own it. Reservoir Media has it, but it's some type of legal screw up battle, some type of bad business deal that you made where her One in a Million, Aaliyah, I Care For You albums can't even be on streaming services. But the one album that's on streaming services is the one written and produced entirely by R. Kelly. What you co-sign that has so much controversy that a lot of people like to forget about, don't want to talk about. It kind of taints Aaliyah's legacy in a way. Besides the music being good, the whole controversy behind it, the whole album cover with R. Kelly, peeping in the background, like it's when you think about it, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre when you think about it, and it makes you question. It's like the common denominator in all of this is Barry Hankerson, her uncle, and it's crazy because it's like I said before, you would think her uncle, this is her uncle, he's supposed to have her best interests at heart, but in many ways he ended up screwing her over. People can say what they want about Beyonce's father. People can say what they want about Brandy's mother, but they made sure stuff was right. Now, everything didn't go perfect for them and Destiny's Child, Beyonce and Brandy. Everything didn't always go perfect. I put you every business deal didn't always go perfect, but it wouldn't have been no situation like this. Like, come on, let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. I know we all talk about Rashid because he's the only one that we know. He's the face. He's Aaliyah's brother. He's like the face of Aaliyah's estate. And we say, oh, Rashid need to do this. Rashid need to do that. And even I can admit to, I made a lot of videos saying, okay, Rashid, we need to do this. Okay, Rashid, this is not working. Okay, Rashid. And we tend to put a lot of blame on Rashid. But Rashid, Rashid is not the most outgoing, and he doesn't have to be. But Rashid, in a way, is trying to pick up the pieces of Aaliyah's legacy that her uncle threw in the trash. Rashid is, slowly, gradually, progressively picking up the pieces of Aaliyah's legacy in his own way. He doesn't have control of the music. The real fans know that he doesn't have control of the music, and there's been talks about it. They made the post about it. But Rashid is trying, and I do give him credit. So, in a way, I want to say, Rashid, if you look at this, we do appreciate what you're trying to do. We do appreciate you trying to bring Aaliyah's legacy back into the forefront, to the mainstream. And you're her brother, of course. We know y'all had love for each other. We know you had love for Aaliyah. We know Aaliyah had love for you. And you're trying your best. The music is not the easiest thing to obtain. We know that. But it's like, at least Rashid is trying. What is Barry Hankerson doing? Nothing. And if he is doing something, I want to see, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Show me the Carfax. Show me the Carfax. What is Barry Hankerson doing? And if y'all didn't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, there was an article released about Aaliyah's music, and I'm gonna put it in the description box down below. There was an article released about Aaliyah's music and the disappearance of it, and in the article, Barry Hankerson and his shady, sketchy deals and business decisions, and his ways were discussed. His questionable ways were discussed. If he wasn't screwing Aaliyah out of Grammy nominations and #1 hits, he was trying to blow up his ex-girlfriend's car. Allegedly. So it's like, Barry Hankerson, we need a resolution. Why is there so much confusion? What's really going on? Like, come on. And I know it's been word that, Barry Hankerson and Jomo Hankerson, they be scouring YouTube looking through videos to delete and do this and do that. And Jomo Hankerson, if you at least come across this video, what's going on? Like, y'all realize Aaliyah's legacy is at stake. And y'all don't remember when y'all was putting in work, trying to shop Aaliyah around to all these different labels. She was 12 years old, and then she finally got a deal at 14, and everything, and all her success. Y'all don't remember those memories of Aaliyah? And I'm pretty sure, like when y'all heard the news, y'all was devastated. And it's like, y'all don't remember all the hard work y'all put in? So for now, 2021, you know, the year of Aaliyah, y'all don't remember all the hard work that was put in to Aaliyah's career, and y'all just letting it dissipate and blow away in the wind like a dandelion? Like, come on, we need some answers. We need some answers. And I know there's a difference between like family business and, you know, being a fan. Because this is the thing. I know people are like, oh, that's Aaliyah's family. But at the end of the day, they had a major part to do with her career. So it's like, you know, what's going on? What's really going on? Really, what's really going on? Let us know. Let us know. We would like to know what's really going on. And another thing that struck me is when you look back at the interviews, he didn't really do that many. You look back at the interviews that Barry Hankerson did after Aaliyah's death, it's a real coldness to it. And I'm not saying Barry Hankerson was supposed to be on the camera crying like, oh my God, my niece, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But when he talks about her, there's a coldness, and it's like he's talking in code. And you know, a lot of people over the years, another conspiracy theory is, oh, that he has something to do with her death, and she was leaving black on records, and he has some type of, he set it up to where, I mean, that's all conspiracy. We will never know. The world may never know what happened in that last hour or two before Aaliyah got on that plane with her crew. You know, the world may never know. But this gotta be some type of fine line. Like, there gotta be some type of bridge to where there could be an understanding of what's really going on. It's bizarre. Like, I know y'all think about this. It's bizarre. Half of the videos I think about it. I look back on them. I'll be rewatching my videos I do, and I'm like, this is really bizarre. And the common denominator in a lot of these videos is Barry Hankerson and the bad deals that Black on Records did. I mean, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre. The world wants to know, the fans wants to know. I'm pretty sure even Aaliyah's family, you know, Aaliyah's surviving family, Aaliyah herself, we all want to know, Barry Hankerson, what are you doing? What's going on? What goes to your mind at night? Do you still think about Aaliyah? Do you still think about your niece? Did you care about your niece? What's really going on? You know, like, we need a resolution to all this confusion that you have caused. It's really crazy when you think about it. It's just like, come on. Like, I'm just looking at my shirt. I'm like, even Aaliyah is looking like, let us know. Like, even Aaliyah wants to know what's going on. We need answers. We need answers, like, yesterday. So, anyways, guys, that was just my thoughts on Barry Hankerson and all the confusion he has caused that we need a resolution to. That was just my thoughts on the whole matter of Barry Hankerson and his involvement in Aaliyah's career, and how, in many ways, he failed her in life and death. That was just my thoughts. What do y'all think about Barry Hankerson? What do y'all think about his involvement in Aaliyah's career? You know, like that, you know, that comment I read earlier. Of course, we know he's the one that introduced Aaliyah to the industry. He's a major reason why Aaliyah even got her career off the ground. But look at the cost. Look where he is at now. Look where Aaliyah is at now. Not to say that he had any doing in her accident, but it's like, you really weigh everything together. You really look at the options. You really consult with everything. You really put two and two together, and it's a question mark, because it's like, what's really going on? What really happened? What are your thoughts on this? I really want to know. I really want to discuss. This is going to be a really interesting discussion. What are your thoughts about Barry Hankerson? Do y'all really think he cared about Aaliyah? Or do you think he just saw Aaliyah as dollar sign? And this is one of the biggest examples of how sometimes even your own family doesn't have your best interests. It's sad that, you know, this has to be a part of Aaliyah's story. But let's really get this discussion going because there's a lot to unpack. So anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.